BBN Jack Frost. How's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. All right, so we're gonna have we be trying to have a tonight show. It's not tonight show, but it is another live today. So shout out to our sponsor for tonight. We're not going to call out their name. Apparently, they didn't necessarily say they wanted to be named. But shout out to our sponsor for tonight. And let's get right to the show. All right. First thing I want to say is this. Apparently, one of the individuals in a YSL case has been attacked in prison. So just so we could be clear, one of the members of the YSL trial has been attacked in prison. We're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be talking about the King Yella situation. For everybody that don't know, a situation has just transpired where 1090 Jake has released a paperwork in basically speaking about a conversation that King Yella had with the police, and some people are calling it snitching. I'm going to play what King Yella said in response to what other people said, and then I'm going to tell you what I personally think about that. With that being said, shout out to everybody that already dropped a comment. Shout out to Florida State Bullies up in the house dropping all of those Frosts. And shout out to Kyra Knowles. She says, salute, Frost. Salute to you, baby girl. Hope everything is going well with those big brown eyes. With that being, is that the real Kyra Knowles? That might not be the real Kyra Knowles. Anyway, with that being said, I just thought you had a picture previously. That's all. I could be wrong. I just thought you had a picture. I just thought you had a picture previously. That's all I can say. Anyway, in any regard, let's get right to the show. So, I believe his name is Shannnon Stillwell. That's one of the people that's currently being tried with Young Thug. He was stabbed in prison. They went to rush him to the hospital. He's currently at the hospital. He has not been released. So they don't know exactly what's going to happen in the trial, because one of the things that has to happen is you have to be present. For everybody that don't know, excluding extenuating circumstances, an individual that's being tried in a court of law has to be in the courtroom while he's being tried. He has a right to look the people, his accuser, in the eye, even when the accuser is just the state. When somebody takes a stand, he has the right to be in the courtroom and look that person that testifies in the eye. So we don't know exactly what's going to happen tomorrow. We're gonna have to see exactly how they're gonna handle it. As of right now, we already know that this trial is scheduled, or they believe that it was going to take up to a year. You know, all of the proceedings, pre-trial motions, and that's already passed, obviously. And now the actual having to get these 300 or at least 290 plus witnesses onto the stand, and then examined by everybody, and then cross-examined and everything else. Shout out to Gotti. We got Gotti in the house. Salute. So, just so we could be clear, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. We're going to see what's going to happen, but the individual was stabbed. I personally would be curious to find out the situation regarding around that. I'm going to pull up because there's not much out yet, but I guess I'll pull up a report real quick on it, and we can go over that real quick. And then I'm going to move on to the King Yella situation, if y'all don't mind. How's everything going with everybody today? I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Okay, so we're going to look at this right here from CNN real quick. I'm going to read this from CNN. It says, a defendant in the racketeering trial against alleged members of Young Slime Life, a street gang prosecutor say, is led by Grammy award-winning Young Thug. A defendant in the racketeering trial against alleged members of Young Slime Life, a street gang prosecutor say is led by Grammy Award-winning rapper Young Thug, was stabbed overnight at the Fulton County Jail, authorities in Atlanta said. Shannnon Stillwell is in the hospital, according to Natalie Armans of the Fulton County Sheriff's Office. I'm obviously very concerned about my client, and I'm gathering information at this time. Stillwell's attorney, Max Sharp, said. Moments after court began on Monday morning, Judge Ulrol Glanville announced, we've had a medical issue come up for one of our participants and recessed court for the rest of the day. Stillwell was facing 2 murder charges. Among other counts, Sharp delivered opening statements in court last month saying his client was not guilty of the charges. Willie Brown has been charged with aggravated assault and possession of prohibited items in connection to the stabbing during a fight, according to news released from the sheriff's office. Brown has been in custody since July 2020 after he was arrested by the East Point Police Department for several charges, sheriff's office said. The fight between Brown and Jackson occurred on Sunday evening at the Rice Street Jail. During the fight, Jackson was stabbed multiple times by Brown. The sheriff's office said Jackson is in stable condition. Brown and Jackson were housed in the same zone. It is unknown what led to the fight. Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis has alleged Young Thug is the co-founder of a criminal street gang responsible for violent acts dating back a decade. Prosecutors say YSL, the acronym for the artist label Young Stoner Life Records, also stands for Young Slime Life, an Atlanta-based street gang affiliated with the National Bloods gang. Young Thug, whose given name is Jeffrey Williams, was charged alongside Stillwell and dozens of others under Georgia's Racketeer-Influenced and Corrupt Organization, or RICO Act. Several defendants took plea deals last December, including rapper Gunna, while others were severed from the case. Stillwell was among 6 defendants who have pleaded not guilty to all charges in the standing trial in Atlanta. So I just read all that extra shit. It's way more stuff. I'm not reading no more of this shit. I don't know what the fuck they. Anyway, Stillwell. Hold on. Among other charges, Stillwell was accused of killing Donovan Thomas. For everybody that don't know, that's the individual why this whole trial initially had started. Donovan Thomas is Big Nut. So Stillwell is literally the one that is being accused of killing Donovan Thomas, an alleged gang member of the rival gang who was gunned down in 2015. In court documents, prosecutors allege Young Thug rented a car that was used by YSL members in the killing. My client has been wrongfully accused of 2 separate murders, and we plead absolutely not guilty, Stillwell's attorney previously said in court. We've been charged with conspiracy to violate the RICO Act, and while he has sold marijuana in the past, those were decisions for his benefit and had nothing to do with YSL and anything else involved in this case. If you focus on where the state's evidence comes from, you will find that primarily it comes from the stories of men wearing blue, Shard said, referring to the color of uniforms at the local jail. I'm going to ask you to focus on things like science instead of stories. I just want to finish that off real quick. What up, King Will? How you doing today? Hope everything is going well with you and yours. Yeah, so the dude that got attacked is apparently the individual that is one of the murders that he's being hit with, that he's being charged with, is the one of Big Nut. And that's apparently the charge that created this whole entire investigation that led up into the RICO. So, yeah, that guy, he's the one that got attacked in prison. I'm going to look at this poll real quick. Everybody, please vote. I'm going to play. Remember, you can change your vote, I think. Oh, shit. You might not be able to change your vote. Anyway, so I'm going to play King Yella's response in a couple of minutes. And then we're going to have this conversation. But so far, 8 people have voted. 75% says yes, King Yella snitched. 12% has said no. And 12% has said 50-50. Whenever we have yes, no polls, I'm going to try to remember to put 50-50. We had somebody that was here previously, and that there was a suggestion of theirs, and it was a good suggestion. So I'm going to try to put 50-50 because I guess we want to leave room for conversation. And I think when you put 50-50, you leave more room for conversation. Although even with yes or no, there's room for conversation. With that being said. Anyway, in any regard. So they didn't even have proceedings today, apparently. Also, I'm gonna have to assume that the individual that did this is not from another, is not from one of the, is not from like YFN. I mean, what is YFN? It's YFN, right? Lucci? What's Lucci's gang? Whatever Lucci's gang is. I'm gonna assume that that guy wasn't part of that because it wouldn't make any sense to house them together. That would be absolute insanity. That's two. Three, does anybody here think it was a setup? I'm curious. Does anybody be like, yo, this was a whole setup? These guys, this was planned. These guys had this whole situation planned out. Does anybody else think that? I'm not going to say else, but does anybody think that that's a possibility? Or do you think that this was just something that just happened on a whim? Niggas was just a place, a thing was happening. That guy was talking and that guy said something back and it was like, F it, it's time to go. Or do you think that this was something that could have been planned? Because at this point, I do want to say this. Do you understand what they're arguing in court now? They're trying to win the case the way niggas in jail win arguments out here on the street when they come out of jail. They're trying to win the case like that. Yo, this word right here, it don't really mean love. It means living over every, but with a V, individual. That's what it means. Like, niggas is trying to win arguments. Oh man. Niggas is trying to win arguments in court like that, fam. I'm just asking, do you think there's like at least a small level of desperation going on? Like a little level of desperation? Because I want to say something. I don't think any of the DAs or anybody is watching our program, so I say it. You know what I'd say? I'd just simply say this if I was the prosecution. Not a problem. If that's what those words mean, we need, why didn't they show us audio in the songs of them saying that that's what that means? They can't think that's what that means. It has to be behind the action. Where have they actionably shown where that means that? Oh man, don't let me be a prosecutor. I'm just gonna be quiet. I'm not talking no more. I just thought of something else that was just shoot holes in that whole defense. These niggas, yo. I just thought of like three things that shoot holes in that whole entire defense. He doing the best he can though, fam. All right, these rappers, their music is predicated on talking about actual crimes that they've actually done nowadays. I'm not saying that that's what happened in Young Thug's case. I'm saying generally speaking, that's what goes on in the industry. They're making songs about actual crimes that they did. Now, check this out. I'm going to tell you what's so dope about what Big did. Remember when Biggie made that story about how he was at some chick's crib and then the boyfriend came home? He used to play for the New York Knicks. And that's a true story. But nobody got hurt. That wasn't a story about, that was a story about him being a real, like getting, but that, it wasn't no story that, it's not actionable. First of all, that guy's, whoever that it was, he wasn't going to admit, I know who it was. He wasn't going to admit to it. He wasn't going to say, it was me. He was banging my girl, came home and robbed me. I could have, if I would have came home a little bit later, at least I wouldn't know. My girl got banged, then I got robbed because my girl was getting banged. Sheesh, fam. Yo, that sucks. Your girl would have still got banged, but you wouldn't have got robbed if you would have came home just a little while later. If you would have stayed out a little while longer, your girl was getting banged. That was happening. That's a done deal. But you coming home also got you robbed. Fam. That gotta suck. That gotta be one of those. What in the hell? Because at that moment, he probably just thought it was an old robbery. I'm talking about when he heard the song. He had to be like, you mean all of this time I didn't have to get robbed? Oh, man, he was pissed. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. She got kicked out, fam. She had this. She didn't get kicked out. I don't know what to tell you. If she, first of all, if she didn't get kicked out on the night it happened, it's whatever. But if she didn't get kicked out, he was still with her and she didn't get kicked out the minute he realized that that's what went on. I don't know what to tell you. Could I just say something else real quick and then I want to go into the poll? What's up with this thing where these women are cheating on these niggas and then the nigga be like, yo, you got to get out my house. And they're like thinking that there's something wrong with the man for severing the relationship with you because you cheated. Like, are we really living in a world that's so delusional that women believe that it's okay to cheat on a man? Y'all better stop sleeping with any and every old thing out there. Y'all better start, like, women that respect men are at a premium. Like they're not. This is not a wide thing. It's a very slim thing out there. Sheesh, man. I'm seeing shit on social media where chicks is cheating on dudes. And then, apparently, now that they got to get out, the dude is being immature. What? What? I don't know what to tell you, fam. It's dangerous being a man nowadays. Anyway, so shout out to that shit. Anyway, 13 people voted. Shout out to that shit. All right, so let's talk about this King Yella thing real quick. I want to play an audio from King Yella, if y'all don't mind. I'm gonna disconnect the speaker. I'm gonna play an audio from King Yella, if y'all don't mind, so y'all can hear his perspective, because he says a couple of things that I find interesting. And one of the things he said that I find interesting is, and this is something that I've been saying for a couple of years now, is that y'all call everything snitching. It's like y'all really think the police don't know nothing. Like y'all think the police is stupid. Like they don't know nothing. You understand? Like y'all want people to lie to the detriment. Yeah, y'all want people to lie about shit that don't matter. That's what I'm like. Y'all want people to lie about shit that I'll let him say what he said. I'll let him say the shit. So hold on. Because it don't make sense to me. And I think that he made a great point. So let me play this shit right now. I think he just made a great point. Listen to what King Yella has to say about what y'all think, the people that think that he snitched. And I'm behind King Yella on this, by the way. I'm with him on this. I think that he made a great point. And I think he's right. Just so we can be clear. What the fuck? Pardon my language.
King Yella. King Yella, what? Let's start here. Let's start here. Let's see how many of y'all really goofies in real life. How many of y'all goofies in real life? Well, let's start here. Hey, I'm a rat. Let's break everything down. Don't forget, I went to prison for 4 years, right? Everything he just posted, and oh yeah, 1090 Jake got a vendetta against me because I called him a rat. He got paperwork saying that a nigga hit him in his shit and he gave the name. All right, so let's break everything down, right? I went to prison due to the fact with Offset and Cardi B in them. I'm gonna drop all this shit since y'all niggas want to do all that. Y'all wanna play crazy, right? Y'all wanna play crazy? Listen, the police asked me as 600 Breezy of BD. Yeah, I said, yeah. Okay, what the fuck is that? I said, yeah. We're not into it. I told him, we're not into it. Do you woo? I don't know them like that. Offset. He said, is he GD? So what? Go back on the internet and watch everything. Everybody know I'm GD. They know he BD. They know he GD. The world knows this already, gang. The whole world knows this, man. What is y'all talking about? What is y'all talking about? Y'all don't even understand, man. Talent. Who? This was 2018. Did Dirk go to jail? Did 600 Breezy go to jail? Did Offset go to jail? Did anybody go to jail? Y'all ass some goofies, bro. Stop playing with me, bro. Y'all will consider anything a rat. A rat is what these niggas is doing, gang. On right? Y'all wanna play crazy? Easy. I went to prison for 4 years, gang. On my kids. Yeah. Is it bogus? Because, yeah, that's what they asked me. But guess what? They the reason I'm in there. All that shit Offset, Cardi. So what's going on with the situation? Man, listen, I'm not in tour with fool with them. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Then they talking about that's my baby mama. The gun was in her name. There was a registered gun. Of course, that's her gun. What you mean? Yeah, she left it in the car. Come on, man. Y'all ass crazy. And on skis, I hit the state pen with that paperwork. I hit the feds. That's not telling, bro. Ain't nobody get in trouble. Go read it before y'all comment and say anything, bro. Read it. Y'all just seeing, oh, they saying King Yella a rat. 1090 J is a real rat. He mad he got a vendetta because he said fuck 63rd. Everybody from Skeezy. I went to prison for 4 years, gang. 63rd dead. Come on, bro. Y'all goof ass. Niggas snitching on themselves. The whole world know you niggas BDs, GDs. Oh, is Lil Durk on who? Snap Dog? I'm not into it with him. We not into it. What you just cause? Yeah, I'm not into it with these niggas, gang. Come on, man. Y'all ass some goofies, bro. Everything I said, no, we not ops. I'm not into it with them. What do you mean? Just cause I said, yeah, he BD, he GD, then you BD and he GD? Come on, man. Y'all don't even know what's going on, gang. Y'all ass crazy. What is considered being a rap?
All right, so I'm just gonna end it there because I got some shit to say. All right. First thing, that was Instagram. My screen is cracked up all over the place. So look, you see, I didn't press that. My screen is cracked up all over the place. So it just does its own thing. So when I'm holding Instagram, sometimes when I just almost touch this or almost whatever, it just click over. So that's what happened. Shit just flipped over. I don't know what the fuck, fam. It was crazy. Anyway, what up, Twan? Yeah. How you doing, my brother? Everything's good? All right, so I want to say some things real quick about this. I 100% am on King Yella's side on this. First, I just want to get out of the point that he was making about who brought the information. Could y'all stop just believing people who got a beef with a nigga when he say something about a person? Like, y'all the worst, fam. Like, a person, they beefing, fam. Or one guy don't like the other guy. How are you listening to what the dude that don't like the other dude is saying? I'm going to tell you why 50 the man. Because 50 don't really talk the trash before the thing happened. Just while the thing is happening, he lets you know if it's real or not. So the thing is happening, and 50 will let you know it's real. He's not just hating for the simple that he's going to hate on a nigga because I don't like him. So I'm going to spend all day talking crazy. So I'm going to explain this. They were trying to figure out what the beef was over, and they were trying to make this a gang war beef situation. That's why they were asking him about who he's beefing with and who's part of what gang. So now if he go in there and start saying, nah, that nigga not gang, that nigga not gang, or whatever, that's going to make the situation worse. Because that's going to make it so now the police have to really do a more thorough investigation because he's not being cooperative. Now, the wildest thing is, you don't think the FBI and the police know who's gang and who isn't? Y'all think that the FBI and the police really walking around thinking, oh man, if that guy somebody don't tell me what gang those guys are a part of, I'll never know. You really think you really think the FBI and the police is walking around with that energy, or do you think they know who's part of what gang? Especially since in every which one of these music videos that these dudes do, they're throwing up all of their gang signs and proclaiming to be part of said gangs. But you think the only way they're gonna know is if King Yella told them. Do you remember when everybody was saying Tekashi 6ix9ine snitched on Cardi B and Jim Jones and all them other niggas? And I was busy trying to explain how could he be snitching if these niggas is currently already talking about their blood. These niggas don't come outside with anything other than red on. You got one guy in Jim Jones putting up. You got Jim Jones putting up freaking tweets on Instagram at one point where he wasn't even using the letter C. I'm pretty sure he had a couple of those up there. Or the lingo and said, dude, they're acting like that everybody can't easily tell what gang these guys is. First of all, you damn near can't even do rap if you're not part of a gang. Tell me where to lie. Tell me one rapper that's not associated with a gang. Shoot. So what in the hell is anybody saying that there's something wrong with homeboy saying, yo, look, these guys they already knew. He's busy trying because of what I'm explaining. If he goes in there and act like these dudes ain't all part of a gang, now it look like some shit is suspicious is happening. Now it look like that could have been a gang war. Now it looks like now it looks like we need to do a thorough investigation. But when he goes in there, he's like, yeah, these niggas is all, y'all know these niggas is gang. Y'all know I'm gang. No, we ain't beefing. This is just a thing that happened. This don't got nothing to do with no gang shit. Now they don't got to do a whole more. They're going to look into it, but they don't have to do a super thorough invest. They don't have to have fear of a gang war happening. You know what I mean? So I don't understand you dudes that think like y'all call everything snitching. Now, 1090 Jake is pissed off at dude because when it got exposed that some shit happened when 1090 Jake was locked up and he ended up going like PC or something because he got into it with some dude and then that dude got in trouble for a thing and then he used that information because he was trying to do a thing and he was trying to get over it. Look, shit happened in jail, fam. There's people are always trying to get over on the actual jail system. And sometimes you got to use other inmates and the situation that happened between you and other inmates to get over on the jail system. So it is what it is. If y'all consider that snitching, okay. But What this dude did is 100% not snitching in my mind. I don't know what y'all guys think. Put it into the chat. It's not like these dudes don't know who's part of what gang, fam. It's not like NWA isn't gonna show up dressed in. It's not like you're not gonna see some dudes dressed in all black like NWA and shit. You're not gonna know they with NWA. You're gonna see NWA right there. A ton of niggas dressed in all black, but you don't know that they're associated with each other. You had no idea. So when you see name a blood rapper standing right there dressed in all red, and then you see 80 niggas over there all dressed in red, what do you think? What do you think that the FBI, the police, and everybody else is gonna think? That's all I'm saying. Niggas is crazy. I don't know. If y'all think that's snitching, y'all think that's snitching. I think that's the furthest thing from snitching. But when you understand that if he don't do what he did, an investigation opens up, you look at that differently. When you look at it as, oh man, you're never supposed to talk to the police, you're never supposed to say anything, then you're like, well, that's why you and all of your niggas go to jail. Because there's certain things that you never say nothing over, but there's certain things that you talk. Because if you don't talk, it gets so much worse. You understand? But then there are things that you don't talk, especially when you're literally guilty. You don't talk. For everybody that don't know what situation he's talking about with Offset, there was something that happened in like Las Vegas or some shit, and he was talking about there was a gun and it was in the car, and then his woman was supposed to do so, but there was like a situation that happened with him and Offset in Las Vegas. Like he shouldn't even have been beefing with Offset. Like the shit was so stupid. I think he tried to go to like Offset concert or some stupid shit. I don't even remember all the way. Just some stupid shit that happened. Ended up doing 3 years. It didn't even make sense. Niggas just be. I thought he got locked up on purpose when it happened. Be honest with you. These niggas be getting locked up on purpose, man. Shoahine, Sho Atani, I forgot how to say his name, has a $700 million contract, but he's only going to get paid $2 million a year for the next 10 years. And at the end of 10 years, he's going to get $680 million. This can't be real. They're not even going to challenge the contract, apparently. Okay, no. Those numbers got to be wrong. 68 million of 70 million? No, Bleacher Report said it's 68 million. Somebody else is saying it's 700 million. Jeff Passan. I'm going with Jeff Passan over Bleacher Report. Okay, this person is saying 68 million. Okay, so a lot of people are saying Jeff Passan got it wrong. Wait, hold on. Shortani would deserve 68 million per of a 700 million deal. Wait, what? He's deferring 68 million per year. Yeah. Per year. God dang it. I'm sorry about that. That's just wowzers. But you want to know what's so incredible? That just goes to show you where he's at. He could live on $2 million a year. And he already has some big contracts. Already got millions. You don't even really need the 2 million. He just got to collect a check. You get your first big contract. You invest in shit like Apple, Disney, You invest in shit that can't lose. The first big contract, that first year, you invest in shit that can't lose for long term. And you just live reasonably. What up, Florida State? Just live reasonably. Just invest in shit that can't lose. Then live reasonably. I'm gonna tell you what was one of the dopest things that I heard when Charles Oakley opened up a car wash, and it was a big deal back then. It's in the Bronx too, I think. Anyway, anything else y'all guys want to talk about this? Anything y'all guys want to say about this? If not, I'm gonna let y'all go. I really didn't come in to have a super long live. I'll stay if we got some stuff to talk about. We got some I see some good names in the comment section. If y'all got some things y'all want to ask me or some things to talk about, I will stay. Let's just keep this clear. I'll stay and extend the live. I'm not in any rush. If we have something to talk about or y'all active in the comment section, I will stay. So if there's anything y'all guys want to ask me on this topic or on another topic, put it in the chat. I'll give y'all a minute to think about things you might want to say. Yeah, but I don't think that's snitching, fam. I think dudes is just niggas got to get that up, fam. Niggas really got to get that up though. Give up that all of that. You can't say nothing to the police situation because there's a lot of niggas right now that's locked up because they didn't say nothing to the police, and the nigga that actually did it said they did it. See, that's the part they don't tell you about all the dudes that's locked up in jail doing 10 years, 5 years, 20 years, and better because they had a co-defendant. And the co-defendant actually, was like, yo, we're not going to talk. But the co-defendant talked. The co-defendant ended up getting 5. You ended up getting 25. You end up getting 15, 20. Co-defendant ended up getting 5 because you ain't say nothing. But that nigga was talking. They went and worked out a deal. And it's the USA no. Don't commit crimes. I'm not telling nobody to snitch. I want to be clear on this. I'm saying don't commit crimes. Don't commit crimes. We got to figure something out, fam. Only reason we got to commit crimes is because we don't work together. Look at the Mexican community. Why do you think they don't got to commit crimes? They work together. They work together like a mug. Imagine if black people work together at the thing that we are leading the world in right now, entertainment world. Like we can literally be the entertainment business would literally be almost all black people and like hood niggas in America, basically, whatever race you are, but like hood niggas in America, hood people in America. That would be all of our entertainment, fam. If we stuck together, if black people stuck together, that would be all of our entertainment. We just don't stick together. And in order for one of us to win most of the time, we got to go outside of our community. It is what it is. Imagine if we stuck together. Why do you think, like, I'm going to say something, and I want to be clear about this. So I hate when I hear people talk about how, and I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and I'm going to say it this way. When people be like, yo, the Jews run everything. The Jews run music. The Jews run this. The Jews do that. I'm going to tell you why I hate when people say that. Because most black people you wouldn't even know them if they didn't find some Jewish person to spend money and help them get to where they got to go. You wouldn't even know them. You wouldn't even know some of your most famous, some of your favorite artists. You wouldn't even know them. You wouldn't know them. Now, this isn't me trying to big up nobody or nothing like that. This is just me saying what it is because we don't stick together. You wouldn't know them. If it wasn't for somebody from some other race, generally the Jewish faith, investing money and resources into some of these things that you love, you wouldn't know them. Because we don't invest in each other. You ain't know them because we too busy competing. You know how hard it is to find other black people to work with on things sometimes? We too busy competing. I was watching a movie the other day, right? And I'll tell you what's the name of the movie. I'll tell you what the name of it is. It's the Meg 1 and the Meg 2, right? So I saw both of those. I saw it a while back, but it was a thing that happened when I saw the Meg 2 that triggered a thought. And that was this. So I was like, the guy in the Meg was like openly, I'm the black guy. Right? So he was like basically, yeah, I'm the black guy. So in the first movie, I'm not going to do spoilers. I'm not going to spoil you anything. But I'm not going to spoil you anything. But the point in which I'm trying to make is like we don't help one another. So that's why you see when you see a successful group of people, often, yes, they'll have like a black guy in there. It'll be one black guy. It might be 2 or 3 black women with a whole bunch of other mixture race of people, but it'll be one black guy. If you got a lot of people, it might be 2. Hold on, my computer died. We don't work together enough. And too often, in order for us to try to get anything going, we got to go outside of our community. And that's just what it is, fam. If you don't believe me, you don't agree with me, you don't got to. We in too competition. Like it's always competition. Fam, this is the easiest way I could say it. Go look at how white people use YouTube. You want to know how they use YouTube? I'm going to tell you. Me and you make the same type of content. Why don't we get together? Why don't we get together and we make videos, together on the topic? Like you speaking about it one way, I'm speaking about another way, and we'll like be like that and help each other like that. Black people get on the internet. You know what they think? You know what? Fuck that nigga. And you can't talk about it. Because since we're supposed to hate ourselves and hate other black people, you can't talk about it. You're wrong for talking about it. You can't talk about it. It's just one of those things that our people believe is just supposed to be. It's just what we believe is supposed to be a thing. You know, you want to win, you got to go outside the race. It is what it is. I wish it wasn't like that. Every other race of people, when they want to win, they stay inside of what they own race. Every other race of people, fam. I'm not trying to laugh at that stupid shit. It's like, what you gonna do, man? Every other race of people, when they want to win, they keep that shit in house. They be like, yo, we need movers. Hey, that guy owns a moving company. Let's just hire them. They be like, yo, we need photographers. Yo, I got a friend. He does photography. Let's just hire him. You know what black people think? Yo, you know what? I got a friend that does it. Nah, but that's just your friend knows. He gonna give us the low? What is he gonna do? Nah, you charging me the same thing everybody else would have charged me. Why you not giving me a better deal? Like, okay. Okay. I'm so pissed that whoever did Ice Spice here. I'm just so pissed at whoever Ice Spicy is here. I'm not showing y'all this picture. It's all over the internet. I'm just so pissed at whoever did her hair here. Fire that person. That person needs to be fired immediately. You know who did this? Somebody that hated her. Somebody was just really just hated her. They just did her hair totally wrong. They just did her hair totally wrong. Somebody really hated Ice Spice. Like, we just living in a weird time, fam. We living in a time where people don't do nothing but just hate, fam. We living in a weird time. Don't get caught up. Shout out to Artie D Glass. Appreciate you. Don't get caught up. What is Rick Ross out here? Rick Ross offered to buy 50 Cent, offered to buy Young Buck, Lloyd Banks, and Tony Yayo catalog. Has he even done as well as any of those guys? Has Rick Ross album sold as well as any of those albums? Because that's crazy to be pulling up on somebody who don't need money. I mean, I guess do Young Buck has his own catalog? Is he asking 50 to buy it from 50 Cent, or is he asking to buy it from Young Buck, Lloyd Banks, and Tony Yayo? Because Lloyd Banks might need to sell that bitch. Lloyd Banks, that might be a good deal for, not Lloyd Banks, pardon me. That might be a good deal for Young Buck because he's getting into all of those situations with him and his transgender girlfriends. So that might be a good deal for Young Buck. Anybody else, it's an insult. Young Buck was nice though. He had some dope songs. Young Buck had some dope songs. Ain't Young Buck from Memphis or some shit? Young Buck had some dope songs. That's a fact. So Sean King is about to lose his Instagram. I knew you was pregnant. Shout out to homegirl. Some chick I follow on Instagram. Think she should have waited.
As Daisy Duke just learned. Now let's go ahead and revert.
The reason why I say that is because if your content is how you look, your content is your body, how you look, you're doing Instagram, and you're not doing nothing else. Like, you don't have travel content, like you're not cooking on your page. It's just only how you look. Then I think that you need to have a certain connection with your audience. It can't just be getting on there and just. But also, this person, I don't even know if they speak English. They Mexican, so they most of their stuff being Spanish. But all of their content is basically just them doing like a little jig on the jump off, right? So, like, I think that if you're gonna go get pregnant, then you're messing up. You have to work that into your content. Like, are you gonna be having maternity gear? Are you gonna contact the maternity clothing companies? I mean, that's the way to go. Are you contacting any of the baby the companies that the babies that make shit for babies? Are you contacting them now? Oh man, let me be quiet. I'm telling everybody what I'd be doing. Anyway. All right, so I'm about to get ready to cook dinner. Anything else y'all guys want to talk about? I'll stay if there's something y'all guys want to talk about. I asked y'all if there was anything y'all want to talk about. Nobody said nothing, and I still stayed on for about 10, 15 more minutes. With that being said, I love y'all. I'm about to go make dinner. I might as well. I love y'all. Everybody have a beautiful night. Depending on after I eat, how I feel, I might come back on. I don't know. But like I said before, I haven't been doing a Tonight Show, so I know nobody's ready for a Tonight Show. Nobody expects a Tonight Show to happen. So that's why the numbers is low right now, but it's fine. Maybe we come back on. I don't know. I am gonna eat first. For everybody that don't know, I'm gonna make some rice, some Spanish rice with some the Goya shit. You know what I'm saying? It got the little beans and shit like that. And I'm gonna make some steak with some gravy. And I got some pinto beans in there, but I think I'm just gonna have the steak with the gravy with some salad and some Spanish rice. And I think I'm gonna hit with that. I think that's what I'm gonna hit with. I don't know. But I really was thinking about making tonight some, but I didn't buy it from the store, but I was thinking about it. I was gonna fry some chicken and then smother it in some gravy. I just wanted some gravy. was thinking about frying some chicken and smothering it in some gravy or making spaghetti. So I bought the spaghetti sauce, but then I forgot to buy the ground beef. So the toss up was the thing that I just told you I was gonna get, or I was gonna make a little thing of spaghetti. And but I forgot the ground beef, so that didn't happen. Pardon me, but I forgot the ground beef, but that didn't happen. So that part. Um. So yeah, everybody. You said French Montana trying to explain the Coke and Coke Boy. Yeah. So none of that explaining stuff that they're trying to do is gonna fly. Like none of that is gonna fly. Like people aren't stupid. These guys have just realized that all of them are liable to go to jail if they make the wrong step and the wrong people get upset and say take them off the ball. All right, all of them. Shout out to Fat Joe, the smartest one out of all of them. He said, look, I was lying about almost everything I said. So now if they ever try to take Fat Joe to court about anything, he's just going to say, that was a lie. I already told everybody. I was lying. Also, your man, Joe Budden, lied. I'm telling you right now. What did I tell y'all? Remember when I used to tell y'all they called Fat Joe Joey Crack because his pants used to be down and you could see the crack of his ass? Remember I told y'all that? I was telling y'all that since I got on the internet. So I've been saying that for the last 7 years. I told y'all. Joey Crack is not called Joey Crack because he was selling crack. He called Joey Crack because his pants used to hang down and every time he bent over, you could see his crack of his ass. That's how he got that name, fam. He co-signed. He just told y'all that. I told y'all I know all of this shit, fam. I've been told y'all that. We only got 20-something people in here. So I don't know if anybody is in here that heard me when I had said that previously, because I've said it before when we've spoken on this. Because that's how I told you so, fam. I told y'all this already. That's why I keep telling y'all. I'm always telling y'all real shit. And it's just, y'all was told that I did not believe nothing I say. That's it. People just don't believe me. But I'm always telling y'all real shit, factual shit, fam. Joey Crack is called Joey Crack because he's a fat nigga, and every time he bent over, you can see the crack of his ass. I told y'all that. I've been told years ago. And he just confirmed it. So yeah, Fat Joe ahead of the whole. He's ahead of everybody. He's like, look, I'm not going to jail now, and I don't care about all that other shit. I'm here to make my money, fam. Told y'all. It's called Joey Crack. Told y'all why he was called Joey Crack. Told y'all, fam. You know how they got like 6 degrees of separation to Kevin Bacon shit, fam? I'm just gonna leave it at that, fam. Like I know a lot of people, fam. I've been in a lot of circles, fam. Your man that hate me, that getting all these people to do all of this weird shit, the main nigga, the big blood, he done fucked himself up numerous times by talking like not too favorably about me in the wrong company. He just don't know it. He just don't know it. He done fucked himself over a couple of times. Like on some real, like some shit where he didn't know that niggas was really fucking with him because they fuck with me. He didn't even know. Like his name can carry no weight in this side of the industry. You understand what I'm saying? No weight, 0 weight, fam. Don't nobody in the industry care about this nigga. He has no talent. I'm just saying what it is. I just found that funny. Nigga fucked himself over. And yeah, it came back to me. It is what it is. Nigga's like, yo, the nigga trying to do a thing. It's like, yo, Frost, you fuck with that nigga? I was like, nah, I don't fuck with him. It's like, wow. I was like, yo, nigga, snake nigga did this, that. And it's like, word? I was like, yeah. I said, look for yourself. Like, don't take my word for it. Look for yourself. And they hit me back. I was like, yo, this nigga really? I said, told you. These niggas. Wait, then it was like, yo, but they trying to talk like they trying to be cool with you, though. I said, yeah. It was like, these niggas, yeah, niggas falling for it. What you gonna do? All being you, my nigga. All being me. That's all you can say at that point. All being me, my man. It's all being you. It's all being me, man. This is really out there pretending. Yeah, they pretending hard. Shit, I could do it, buddy. Anyway, let me get up out of here. Everybody have a blessed day. We up out of here. I like, comment, subscribe. If you got anybody, well, it's not really the Tonight Show, so that's not the go out. It's not the Tonight Show. If you got anybody that's not the Tonight Show, like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Moments. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you, and that's all I got in this one. I'm out.